And welcome to the Business Spotlight. This is the second segment, and we're talking about balancing life's issues. So often, well, if you're a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, a CEO, or just somebody that works as an employee and you are spending way too much of your life's energy on your business and your family is getting stepped on, then you need to listen in. Wendy Kaufman, CEO, founder of Balancing Life's Issues. Tell me a little bit more about what you guys are doing to create the massive success you're literally delivering to the companies around the country.
So I've trademarked my 5 buckets system, which is this idea that we now know what a balanced person looks like. We have done massive amount of research over 3 decades. And so we know there are these 5 buckets. Everyone needs to have some kind of family and friends. They've got to have a bucket of other people. We're humans. We need to have socialization. We have to have some sort of work, paid or not, doesn't matter, but intellectual stimulation. We've got to take care of our bodies, our health. We have to take care of our money, because at the end of the day, we worry a lot about finances. That's really important. And the last bucket you can call community or spirituality, but it means we're good people, that we care about people around us. And so everything we do is under those 5 buckets. And so all of our seminars, which are probably 400 plus, come under those buckets.
So when you talk about the different seminars, what kind of delivery mechanisms do you use?
Yeah. How lucky are we today? So we can do them on site, we can do them on the phone, we can do them on the web, we can do them via podcasts, we can do them over the internet, we can do them through the internet. So really whatever kind we want. I was at a client this morning and we recorded it. I was at another client yesterday and we did like a radio show, so everyone got to call in their questions. If it's an immediate response to something like the bombing in Boston or September 11th, which we're very active in, we need to have a platform where people can say, you know, I'm worried. I'm worried about my kid. I'm worried about my spouse. And we provide that platform. So the imagination sets no limits. I've done them in parks, on picnic tables. I've done them all over the place.
And your trainers all do the same sort of thing, hyper engaged, very entertaining, or edutaining is the way that I like to say it.
I love that.
So when you literally put on these things, what's the net effect? What do the people really get out of that experience?
So that's my, my real point of contention is there's something that you're going to walk away doing differently. So if it's a nutrition class, it may be something as simple as switching from whole milk to almond milk that can make a world of difference. It can be one simple, small takeaway that can truly change your life. Or maybe it's our relationship one, which has been popular now, about just being a nice person. It sounds so easy to be a nice person, but all of us have complicated mornings. You know, I have a sick dog. My oldest son is very worried about that. My younger son couldn't find a job. And then my husband will come home and say something that may tweak me. And how am I going to be nice when all this is going on and my boss wants 10 new proposals? So we really teach people how to handle that with the real life that's happening at the same time.
So when I'm sitting there trying to think of all the things that you guys are delivering. It sounds like when you get into a company, they have the ability to bring you back over and over and over again, don't they?
Yeah, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for relationships like we have with our clients where we've been there for 25 years. I've watched their families. I've watched their children go up. I've watched them get married, go off. All the processes that's happened in their life transitions, we've been there. It's a relationship. It's a place for employees to say, I'm worried about this. Can you help me? We can work through their employee assistance program. We can work through their work-life provider, or we can work directly with the client, whatever the client wants.
That's excellent. I know one of the things that when I think about what you guys are creating, it's funny, but you don't have to touch everybody, or you don't have to change the whole culture. In my past, I watched a company change its whole dynamics and its whole culture with just 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that?
Oh, absolutely. I've even seen it with less. I've seen it with being able to identify the real Debbie Downer or the real negative Ned, the cynic in the room. I mean, we love those cynics in the room. Bring it on. You know, best thing about what we do is we do get a good do-over every day. And I have to tell you, I've been doing this 30 years, and I am still as naive and hopeful as I was 30 years ago, that people change, they want to change. They want to feel happier. I mean, isn't it amazing that one of the most popular courses at Harvard is about unhappiness? So we now know, what do we need to do to feel happier? And we can teach people that skill, just the way they are doing in other countries, by the way. We're playing catch up here in America.
Where else are they doing that sort of thing? When you say, that's news to me.
Oh,
what do you mean?
gosh. I came from a trip in China, and I was amazed at how astute they were on the philosophies of positive psychology and happiness. They've studied it in England. There's a country in the faraway Himalayas called Bhutan, which is governed on happiness. We are really playing catch up in this country, and there's organizations that we partner with to make sure that we're teaching our kids to be happy. What's more important than that?
How would you partnership with other organizations? How does that come about?
So it'll be something, maybe it's a book series or a tape series or a guest speaker for a company. It's really about what's going to make the employees the most engaged when they're at work. And whoever we need to partner with to get them there is what we do. Awesome.
I know that, you know, as we go into these next few segments, one of the things that you're going to enjoy is we'll talk more about the real, I'll say, ideal client for Wendy Kaufman, and really you should be listening for, do I fit in that box, or can I get one of Wendy's trainers in our company? Because balancing life's issues, well, quite honestly, I think our culture has been warped as we look at where things are right now. This is Pat Dewar, the Business Spotlight. It's all about you telling your story in the marketplace. We'll be right back.
You can become a published author. Discover a system that will lead you from idea to having your book on the bookshelves. Bob Baer pulls back the curtain at the More Power to Publish workshop. Watch and learn how to follow the step-by-step plan to turn your idea into a published book. Learn more at morepowertopublish.com.